Howdy, y'all. So on the next episode of Ricky's Big World, we gonna spill all the tea.
Right, but she started suspecting some things. She's like, okay, something wrong with this picture. Number one, I love that you were buying me a new boat all the time with the money you spend, but there's something wrong with this picture why you were spending so much and buying all these wigs.
Back in the pizza world caverns, behind the test ovens, and in reality next to the bathrooms, it's Ricky's Big World.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Ricky's Big World. So, I want to talk about Auntie Wigs this afternoon. I don't know what time it is.
One of my favorites.
Sunshine always coming through, hurt my face. So Auntie Wigs, get this. So Auntie Wigs, as y'all everybody knows, owns a wig shop right down in Phoenix City, Alabama, and she has got this one customer that, number one, she hadn't seen her in like about 2 weeks, and she's like, "What's going on?" Because this woman orders wigs constantly. I'm talking about once she orders one, she goes back and orders another.
That's a lot of wigs.
A lot of wigs and a lot of money, because Auntie Wigs wigs ain't cheap. They she's got averages like $5,000 a wig.
How often do you suspect she's purchasing these wigs? Like every
at least
week?
twice a month.
Okay. Oh, twice a month. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I don't know what the price range for what she's buying is, but so evidently she gets the same brand of wig.
Okay.
She said at the very beginning, years ago, when she first started ordering from her, she would get she was always getting like different types of wigs, but now she focuses on one brand.
One brand of wig.
One brand.
Okay.
So
and is it always like a same color, same style? Is it always different, or are they the same?
And no, I think I think they're all different. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Fair
I don't
enough.
know.
I was just curious because if you're ordering them that much, I assume.
Yeah, you would think, and
Yeah.
you got one head while you got all these wigs. I mean, twice a month for years.
Yeah.
So she goes and she finally saw the lady. The lady comes in. She's like, "Oh, I was just in the hospital. I had some things done. Just some things like that." It's like, okay, so Auntie Wigs is like, all right, but she started suspecting some things. She's like, okay, something wrong with this picture. Number one, I love that you were buying me a new boat all the time with the money you spend, but there's something wrong with this picture why you were spending so much and buying all these wigs. So she did a little diving, and come to find out, this woman was in the hospital because she had a 2-pound ball of hair in her stomach.
No.
She buys the wigs and eats the hair.
I'm done.
It's crazy. So
She's.
yes. Everybody else is complaining about how much fast food costs, but this woman's out there buying $200, $300, $5,000 wigs to chomp on. So they pulled out a 2-foot-long thing of hair out of her stomach that weighed like 2 pounds or more.
That is
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
so disgusting. That is so disgusting.
I mean, I don't know about disgusting, but I mean, what flavor this is? She's sprinkling it with any like onion powder.
The problem is
Lemon pepper.
you put a visual in my head of the hairball, essentially.
Well, here's the other thing. So evidently,
Imagine being the surgeon.
imagine being the what?
The surgeon.
Okay, now imagine being the person walking by when she's got on a tank top or something like that, and you can see the bulge coming out of her stomach. That's what they were talking about. They were talking about how you could see the bulge pressing against the skin on the inside.
I'm so glad we don't have food yet. It was a smart move to talk about this prior to eating.
We could. So Auntie Wigs, she asked her, she said, "Baby, you okay?" She said, "Yeah, I'm fine, but I'm here to buy some more wigs." She said, "No, you're not." She said, "I'm going to have to cut you off." She said, "This ain't no buffet." And I was like, "You did?" No, I said, "She is one of your biggest clients." She said, "Yeah, but you know what? Her health costs more than that."
I was literally just going to say that. Like, we talk about Auntie Wigs all the time. and we talk about how awesome her hustle is.
Her hustle.
And this is
be 70-something years
this
old.
is a big client that she has.
Okay, but she don't want to see her wigs abused like that and eaten like a cow.
I love that she was like, girl.
Mm-mm.
No more wigs.
No.
Because your health is more important.
Your breath
than
be
that bag.
stinky, like smell like hairspray. So I mean, we can't have
Oh
we
my
can't have it.
goodness.
But evidently, there's a name to it. It's like Tricta something like that. TRICH and the phallia, but vajasia. So I don't know. I'm ignorant to it. Never heard of it before. But she does. She will buy. And see, here's the thing. Auntie Wigs' hair is all human hair. So
Oh, so that made the difference.
it makes a difference. So she don't eat the synthetic stuff, which is good because evidently the doctor said that had she been eating synthetic hair, it would have cut up her intestines. But the human hair was being absorbed and everything else. So yeah, I'm sorry, family. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I know there was like that TLC show where it talked about people that do this. Like, I remember seeing an episode of somebody that like ate sand.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, there's like a whole series on TLC about like
I'm watching that. That was interesting.
soaps
That was
and
interesting. I'm like,
everything else.
well, when she goes use the bathroom, does it like
Oh my gosh.
does her rear end do like a cat sound?
No, it doesn't do anything at all because it's all stuck in her stomach. Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, does she worship cats or something? I mean, well, I don't get. I'm not trying to make fun of it because that's a serious condition. But I guess my issue is, number one, what kind of job does she have if she don't mind spending that kind of money twice a month on the wigs to eat?
Could you imagine just like taking out multiple loans to like? Is she eating other food? Like I don't know.
I don't know.
can't.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about this lady. And nothing
Poor
like that.
Auntie Wigs.
Well, Auntie Wig, like I said,
Oh.
she cut her off. She said, "You can't have no more of this buffet. You ain't eating no more of my wigs." And the lady told her, she said, "Well,
Perfect. Now we can change topic. Just kidding.
what is it?
What is
Ziti?
what is that? I see there's green stuff in it, green pepper. I
hope
see
there's
some
no green stuff in it.
mushrooms. What else is in it?
Sausage Alfredo, Italian sausage
Italian
Italian sausage
Alfredo.
Alfredo.
peppers, onions, and mushrooms.
Peppers, onions, and mushrooms.
Oh, that looks so good.
And look, we got a second bowl. And then he poured you a Lacto-Kooler.
Oh, yeah. So, this right here is this
Yeah,
right
there.
here.
And it's this beautiful green color. It's a sour beer.
Now,
And that's Slimer on
talk
there.
about the story that Bob just said.
So, this was an idea that came from Universal Studios when they released Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
and they
well,
wanted,
the Ghostbusters that had the all-female cast.
yeah, and so they wanted a beer to go with it, and this is that beer. So it comes out with 2 flavors every year. Right now we have the green, which is the apple, and then we also have I believe it's strawberry, don't quote me on that, but it's a red Lacto-Kooler.
There you go. The pasta. Oh, I can see the steam coming off of it. That's good.
I love that you were like, I'm gonna get comfortable. Eat my lunch.
You said what?
You like when you pulled it back behind the mic, you were like, I'm gonna get comfortable. This is delicious.
Okay. And we were just talking about people eating hair. So,
Yeah.
it wasn't exactly something I really want to talk about, but
So there was another story that you were gonna talk about today. Since we're eating, we can always come back to the Auntie Wigs story. That you were talking about an audition.
okay. Actually, think it wasn't an audition.
Because last episode we talked all about some like an audition that you had, and then we talked about your radio, some more stuff with your radio. So
So I'm on LinkedIn, and I take LinkedIn very seriously because it's a professional environment. So I only focus on, people in like industries and things like that, right? And in fact, I've grown to almost 11,000 connections on there. Well, a lot of the connections here recently have been executive producers from Walt Disney, from Universal Studios and all that. So I'm getting a lot of headway, and especially casting directors who are with Netflix, who are with Pixar, so a whole bunch of people.
That's awesome.
It is, but the Walt something else, but Walt Disney had an EP executive producer contact me because they're about to do a bunch of special projects, and they checked out my LinkedIn page and they were like, okay, well, we see your SAG, you're after it, you're this, so we got some projects coming down the pipeline and we want to talk to you about it. I said, okay. So they asked my number, and I'm like, let me check you out real quick and make sure you is who you says you is. And I said, no offense. And they said, oh, no offense, please do. So I actually called the department that he's supposed to be in. I called them and I said, hey, just want to know, is this person legitimately working with y'all? Oh, yeah, he was here, he's here. And I said, well, okay, well, my name is, I told him my name. And they said, yes. He has actually been talking about scheduling you to talking with a Zoom meeting.
Really?
And I went, really? Okay, so I called the number that he gave me, and we started chit-chatting. And he was like, okay, what kind of, I see you've done these voiceover work, you've done this. He said, if I were to send you a script to just kind of read off as a sample, he said, do you mind doing that? He said, do you have a private studio? And I said, yeah, I actually do. He said, okay. He said, now, do you have an agent? Because we have to go through an agent, not through direct. And I said, yes, I do. I got 3, pick one. So I contacted my agent, sent her a message saying what's going on. And this is the kind of agent that everybody should have. She is excited about everything that happens.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I said, well, there's nothing in stone or anything. They just want to hear what's going on. And she said, okay, so from now on, I have to go through her.
Right.
Instead of calling him directly. But it was really cool that he was able to give me, that kind of.
Up.
What'd you say?
Kind of a heads up.
Right. Well, that and the access.
Yeah.
To be able to talk to somebody about it. So, and again, going back to quite a few episodes ago where I talked about my experience with Disney, was just the parking lot. I've never been to Disneyland. I've never been to Disney World. And the only time I've ever been to Disney in Florida was in the parking lot when my uncle and my daddy got so mad because they didn't realize there was a shuttle that took you someplace if you had to park really far. And when he got mad about that, he just drove around. He put his foot on that gas, drove around so fast that it was like a whirlwind. He said, you want to see Disney? Find it. You see that? You see that? You see that? And then we left. Got right back on the highway, went back to Columbus, Georgia. So that was my experience with Disneyland. World. I get them confused. World. Disney World. So to be able to talk to an executive producer about a certain project was pretty cool. Now, he never named a project. He just said, we have projects coming up, and we'd like to talk to you about this. And I'm like, that sounds good to me. Now, I kind of played it off cool. Okay, it's Disney. But then when I got that phone,
it's so exciting.
Man,
you could be in like Toy Story 7 or something. Mm-hmm. You could be in like Toy Story 7.
That's right, because Toy Story 5?
It was just announced, yeah.
No, but is Toy Story 5 out?
No.
Which is the one that's out?
I think they just have like 1 through 4 right now.
4, okay.
But who knows? That'd be so cool. And maybe this is your in. Like maybe as part of your contract, your people. Ooh, that's fun to say because you have people. Your people can negotiate like.
Well, aren't you my people?
I guess, but like your people can help negotiate. Maybe letting us do the podcast from Disney World.
Oh, that would be so cool. But I think
add that as part of the contract.
I think Disney needs to feel sorry for the fact that I've only seen the parking lot. I mean, you know, I have it. They're probably like, you've grown. You can go back when you want to. Yeah, I know, but
it'd be a much more fun experience if you help.
that's right. And I'm Poe, and I have to pay for prosthetic legs. So, I'm gonna throw that.
We could get
disability
one of those
card
like
in.
fancy people that guide you around and get you into rides faster.
Oh, is that
and
right?
stuff. And they'll like drive you from park to park.
No. Okay, the driving now. That sounds good because
It's always been my dream to do one of those. I can't afford.
Let me tell y'all, family, if you don't know, this one is a Walt Disney fanatic.
Fanatic is a strong word.
Fanatic, stalker.
Okay, definitely not a stalker.
Stalker.
He's not alive anymore.
It don't have to be him. It could be somebody else. We don't know he ain't alive. Elvis, I think Elvis alive. This is good.
But that would be so cool. Let's get that into your contract.
Well, I told Auntie Wigs that.
Ooh, the press tours for a Disney. Never mind. I'm going off.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's definitely a producer.
Can we do
of this.
Ricky's Big World from the red carpet?
Can we put a Pizza World in the Disney World Park?
There you go.
And guess who's gonna
Pizza
work it?
Planet who? No. Yeah.
Oh my.
Can we rebrand Pizza Planet to Pizza World?
Oh, that's right. Pizza Planet was in Toy Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I apologize, y'all. She's a dreamer. Anyway,
I'll stop now.
So I told Auntie Wigs what was going on, and her first thought was, again, business opportunity. All those people down there at the Disney place, they probably hot and sweaty, and their hair be falling down. So I'd love to have a stand so I can sell my wigs and make it look all pretty with the bows, and maybe I already have the Disney little ears already attached to it, and you just slap it on.
Okay,
$250. There you go.
Can we just talk, first off, hustle, always. Love Auntie Wigs and her hustle. But two,
Who loves them?
the ears attached already? Sold. I don't wear wigs, but I will wear them for that. That'd be so much easier. My hair gets all sticky at the parts. It's all over the place. And like the
she's
ears
proud.
fall
Hold
off.
on. No, she's proud of her wigs because remember that story I told y'all
I know, when
about?
she like almost hit her head.
The story I told y'all about where she put on a wig to this one person lady, she bought it, and she fell down the stairs. You don't remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and then what saved her life is she went out there and she looked at that lady and she said, you got that wig with the strap on the back. It saved your life, didn't it? And then she walked right back in. She didn't go check on her nothing. She just said, my wig saved your life.
I'm telling you, the wigs with the ears attached.
Okay, but the reason I told that story is because think about this when you're going on the rides and you're wearing a strapped-on wig with the ears.
I know.
That wig ain't going nowhere. And
I've lost so many ears
hey,
that way. You have no idea.
as a dude who wears prosthetic legs, hearing somebody say I've lost my ears kind of plays into my existence. Okay,
I didn't even think of that. It's so funny.
but but she's all about that get more business at Disney World.
That is not a bad idea. She should work. You know what? If somebody from Disney is listening to this,
That's right.
hit
somebody
up
Disney.
Auntie Wigs and get her a booth
Tag
at
Disney.
Disney Springs or
Tag
somewhere.
Disney. In fact, she said,
Because that's a good idea.
just imagine you're going on the roller coaster and you got one of my signature strap wigs on with the ears, and it's still on when you get back in there, and when the water hits it, it still ain't falling off. It ain't gonna be breaking. You ain't gonna have tore up hair. It's still gonna look good.
And
Think
the
about
idea is,
that.
in case anybody's thinking about stealing this idea, it's copyrighted.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Auntie
copyrighted
Wigs.
because I'm telling you what, the lady right here, she knows her legalities. Hold on. Whoa. There you go.
She needs her own booth down there. She would
Her
be
own
sold
what?
out.
No, she wants the Emporium.
Well, I think they'd probably. That's okay.
Auntie Wigs Emporium.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. They'll probably start her out small, but she'll sell out in like the first 10 minutes. She'll have to get a bigger store. They'll have to put her in the
She
Emporium.
gonna sell out. I mean, well, she'll sell out, but at the same time though,
She'll take over World of Disney down there.
now that she cut off the hair eating lady, she got plenty of them wigs left. Gotta drink some more of that.
It's wild. Wild.
Oh yeah, she got plans. So I haven't got the schedule yet. I went to do the Zoom meeting, but it only recently happened last week.
Keep us updated, because I'm here for it, as we know.
Let me tell y'all, family. You can't see her face right now, but you ever seen? I was a fat kid. You ever see a fat kid look at chocolate in a chocolate cake? Eyes wide open like this,
Like in Matilda.
and like in Matilda, eyes wide open, and she got this look of just insanity on her face, talking about Disney. So
That's not true. But I
don't
probably
lie,
look,
don't lie, because you're looking like that right
I
now.
probably look like a kid that's just come down the stairs and saw Christmas gifts. I think is
Kid with chocolate cake.
or chocolate
Okay,
cake.
just that's whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So you excited about that? And I never said you're gonna ride my co-ride. I'm just saying.
I mean, fine. If you want to be like
the
that,
one that helped start this podcast.
That's
so
fine.
You know what?
just leave
Where
me
you
by
go,
the
I go.
wayside. It's fine. You don't want great opportunities for the podcast.
So, again, one more time, parking lot Disney as far as I got as a kid. Haven't been back, but you have been how many times?
I can't even tell you.
Okay.
I don't even know. The thing is like, and we've talked about this before. I'm originally from Southern California. I've had
Like totally.
like totally, and I really do talk
Oh my
like that,
God.
just fine. Anyways, and I had a pass growing up, an annual pass, so I went all the time as a kid, as a teenager, and then I worked there. It was my first job. And then as I
What
got
did you
older,
do there
I
when you
became-
worked there?
I worked as a salesperson in the store, but I specifically worked hotels. At the time that I worked at Disneyland, the hotels and the park were a little different. The park was under union and the hotels were not union, and you made more money at the hotels than you did the parks. So I specifically chose to work the hotel gift shops because I made more money there. And I would rotate between all three hotels. So Disneyland Hotel, Grand Californian, and at the time, I guess, is it now Pixar Pier? But at the time, that's not what it was called.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, and times have changed, and I remember when I was a kid. I remember my uncle and my father were complaining about, you know, all the adults in the car were complaining about how much it costs to get in.
Yeah.
And that was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what it costs to get in today.
So it's a lot. And it depends on the day that you go to. The price varies. And I'm speaking now specifically to Disney World because I'm a little bit more familiar with that now that I live
I'm
out
gonna
here
let
in
her
the
tell her
Midwest.
story. I'm like,
But the price varies per time of year that you go per day. So,
I'm not done eating.
oh, I'm very sorry. That's all.
That's it.
That's all I have.
be done. Yeah, hold on. Keep going.
I just go once a year now because I'm a DVC member. So, and DVC is the Disney Vacation Club.
Speaking of initials, D23.
D23.
What is
yeah.
that?
That's the convention that they have for Disney fans. I believe it's every 2 years that they do that, and they do it in Anaheim.
Where's that at?
It's literally down the street
What,
from
I mean, what
Disneyland,
state?
California.
California.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
Okay,
the
so
big
probably
that's a
Burbank
big
area?
convention that they do a lot of announcements for. They'll announce a bunch of movies, new rides, extensions to theme parks, all that kind of stuff.
See, I didn't know about this. That's actually pretty cool. So if you really want to get in to know, and I bet you that people scramble like a year in advance to get tickets.
Oh
to this.
yeah, it's really hard to get tickets.
I'm surprised you're not there.
Yeah, there's no way I can A, afford those tickets, but B, like,
Would you say afford the tickets? What kind of price we talking about for tickets?
I think they're pretty expensive, but also it's very hard to get because they're, there's a lot of people that want to go, and certain tiers, like if you have a Disney Visa Club, you can get your tickets at this time. If you're a so-and-so member, you get your tickets at this time. And
Wow.
there's a lot of people, like Disney invites bloggers and people who vlog on YouTube out there. I know like Tim Tracker is one of the bigger vloggers for Disney World specifically.
I'm
I don't
being
know if he
educated.
was, invited, but there's a lot of other ones that were like specifically invited by Disney to go and cover it.
Stop for a second. I want y'all to check the energy level of this woman right now, because when we first started this, she was kind of like talking slow and all that.
Oh,
And
yeah,
now all of a sudden it's like, you know what? This is so many people that go to Disney and to the Disney World thing, and since I was at D23 and everything else, I mean, you really should go. And
I'm probably, honestly,
Ow.
I'm
Just got
probably losing a lot of your audience at this point.
No, I think it's great. I think it's great.
Disney adults are not. I mean, they're pretty made fun of.
Okay, but here's what I heard about Disney.
But I have kids. Like, does that make it okay?
Yes, it makes it okay. But here's what I heard about Disney. If you're an adult and you go to Disney, you get your childhood back.
Yeah, it's different.
And I have heard so many people say that, now all these people that have said this to me have been to Disney as a kid. But they were like, I remember it as a kid. I'm grown with kids, and I felt like I was a kid again. Now, someone like me who's never been other than the parking lot, thank you, Unc and Dad and Mom and Auntie, I appreciate it. Someone who's only been to the parking lot and not experienced that magic, because believe me, hearing him cussing everything out was not magical.
It's a different type of magic.
But the point is, though, is I wonder if I would act the same. Would I act the same going through Disney the way the kids who grew up going to Disney will or has?
There's
like
only
you.
one way to know.
It's only one way to know, but it's just
we
like...
need to test that theory.
Yeah, I say this on a real serious level. I have to save up for medical procedures. I have to save up for prosthetic legs. The legs I've got on now are $90,000.
That's crazy.
So prosthetic legs ain't cheap, okay? So, but I know if I went to Disney, I'm going on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I'm taking that wheelchair. But the point is, though, is that everybody can't afford to go.
No. Yeah.
And that is something that some people, especially living here out of state.
Yeah, it's hard, and we save every dime to do that.
Now, tell me if this is true or not. I heard, and by the way, Disney is not sponsoring this podcast, so I don't want people thinking, well, the only reason y'all talking about Disney because they gave you no.
They don't sponsor us yet.
Yeah, we would love for y'all to, but what we're saying is, but here's my question. Somebody told me that they specifically go the week before Christmas because that's the low downtime. Now, I probably shouldn't say that because then everybody else is going to be running to it.
There are lows. I will say that now, and as crazy as that sounds, because like things are tough for a lot of people right now.
Mm-hmm.
But even saying that, even now, the low times at Disney World are not low anymore, like they used to be. They're right. That week is a prime week.
Mm-hmm. Prime as far as
to go, like low.
You can actually get through. Okay.
Yeah, especially for a busy time. Like Halloween, Christmas is super busy because you have the additional decorations, additional, things like that. If you're at Disneyland,
I've seen the videos when they do the live Christmas. That's beautiful.
At Disneyland, Haunted Mansion is taken over by...
Weren't they getting rid of the Haunted Mansion, though?
No.
I hope not Disney, because that right there is something as a child, I have always wanted to see.
Yeah,
That's my
Disneyland
number
does.
one.
So during Christmas or during Halloween, they do Haunted Mansion Holiday, which is Nightmare Before Christmas, and it takes over there. And it's super cool.
They do Nightmare Before Christmas?
They do, but not at Disney World. I wish they would, but...
So one in California, Anaheim.
Only one in California.
Okay.
But, there's so much more stuff there. They make it snow every night, quote unquote Disney snow, but they make it snow. Santa Claus is there. They have an entire Halloween parade that they do. Like, it's just really cool.
Magic.
Yeah, it's a very popular time of year to go. So that week tends to be a little bit lower. It's still busy, but tends to be a little bit lower. But like I said, all the low times are starting to get busy again.
Well, and I guess that's the thing. If you are really gonna go to Disney, go and take every advantage that's out there. Get the hotel in the park. Is that the best?
It depends on where you're staying. So, like, Disneyland only has 3 hotels, and there's some great hotels around Disneyland, like Howard Johnson and things like that aren't owned by Disney that work great. It's a little easier in Florida. There's tons of hotels within all different price ranges, so it does make it easy in terms of like transportation and stuff like that. But I mean, the only thing, the downside for me for Disney is I wish it didn't take so much planning.
What?
I wish it didn't take so much planning.
Planning?
There's a lot of planning that goes into like a Disney World trip.
Oh, so I wasn't planning jack nothing. I just want to show up, buy my tickets at the door, go in, and just do everything.
Because like if there's certain like restaurants you want to go to, those need to be booked in advance.
Why would you want to go into a restaurant when you're outside?
Disney
I want to hold on the stick. If I can hold it on the stick, I'm happy and we ready to go.
Disney has some really amazing restaurants.
Really?
That are.
They got Southern Fried Chicken?
Oh, they do.
I mean, it's in Florida. I mean, I don't know nothing about California.
There's a couple places you can get fried chicken in Florida specifically. I know there's one. I think there's one on maybe it's the Boardwalk. I can't remember the hotel exactly, but there's a Homecoming.
She's speaking a different language.
At Disney Springs, and I hear their chicken's pretty good too.
So here's my question for you. You've been to the one in California and Florida, but have you been to the one in Japan?
No, and I want to.
I keep getting
bad. That in Paris.
Well, I keep getting job requests.
I'll go with you.
For but no, they're like to dress up like the Disney characters.
Yeah.
They're constantly looking for that in Japan.
Yeah.
At that location.
Because the characters are all like, you have to have a certain height requirement to be in those costumes and stuff. So there's that. So if you want to go to the one in Japan, they're always looking to hire for that one. That's I think one of my dream.
To go to that one?
Yeah. For sure.
Disney. Send Roxanna Jana to Japan. She wants to say, send me too, because I just want to go.
I really want to see Disney Sea. It's over there.
Disney what?
It's called Disney Sea.
Disney Sea? Like S-E-A?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Little Mermaid?
There's just a park. It's just a beautiful park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to see the Star Wars one.
Yeah, they have that in Florida and in California. Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
I think you'd really like it.
I want to see that. I see the commercials all the time. Y'all make me sick because I can't be there to enjoy it. It looks like fun. I want one of them backpacks, got little robots in it. I just want to go. I want the package. Can y'all just have the package for me? Just waiting at the door.
Maybe one of those new things is a Star Wars thing that they're working on for you.
Oh, is that right?
I want you to be.
She going back to that audition. Okay, I still ain't heard from them.
Well, we'll keep our ears peeled to hear about it.
But the other actor that I had talked to you about who got a role on Star Wars said it took like a year, 2 years before they ever heard back from him.
I imagine those productions are so large and so complicated. And
like
so
Mandalorian.
secretive.
I would kill it on Mandalorian. I want to be on that one.
That'd be cool.
If they're still filming.
That'd be so cool.
What, Mandalorian?
There's got to be space. My thing is, like, there has to be space for you somewhere between all the movies that come out and all the TV shows and Disney Plus and everything. Like, there's something you could do. There's something you can do. But I guess it's up to them.
Is the thing. It's who you know.
That's hard. It's cutthroat.
I'm trying to grow my network on LinkedIn, so
Follow me on LinkedIn.
Follow me on LinkedIn. Did that sound Vanna White enough? That's what
I love it. It's good.
But no, I do. Getting back to the original about the whole LinkedIn and everything else. So I do have a lot of connections on LinkedIn, but I do try to focus on industry related. So I'm surprised when I see someone again from like Pixar or Disney actually request a connection.
Yeah.
But I research it first because I don't want somebody saying, "Oh, I work for Disney," and they don't.
No, that's super smart. Super smart.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't get told I'm smart often. But
Well, scams. There's so many scams.
there's so many scams, and you got to watch out for that. So,
Yeah.
all right, well, look here. We had an amazing time today talking about Auntie Wigs, her business, and Disney especially, trying the pasta and this, which let me grab that can one more time, because Voodoo Brewing is coming to Pizza World. And it's just, can you see that okay? Do I need to turn somewhere? Because you were complaining last time. I didn't do it right.
I think they got it.
Is this good? Okay. And so, and all the other amazing flavors that they have. So watch out for that as well.
We'll try some as they come in. You'll be the first one to try it. You'll be the first one in the building.
See, now, family, they're talking about plastering my face on the wall. I ain't with that. I'm going to go ahead and let you know. I did not approve that. Nothing like that. I didn't approve this. Y'all see that? I didn't say that at the top. Didn't say it. So, you know, y'all lie all the time. Anyway.
Sure, Ricky, sure.
Well, look here. That's another edition of Ricky's Big World. It's so nice talking to y'all. We're going to leave the light on and the door unlocked for you. All right, bye. Okay, so what you think about the pasta?
Really good.
It was really good. I love that pasta. That was so good. And the Voodoo, man, every one I tried from Voodoo was just fantastic. I really like them a lot.